What's going on, guys? It is Tom and welcome back to a brand new video and finally a brand new episode of Coop here once again with Cal HD for round 7 at Spain. And Callum, we're back after a long while, but how are we feeling going into this race?
Well, feeling fairly confident. We got our first win last time out. I kind of tripped over my own shoelaces last time out in Germany. We had a very good race, bit of safety car, lots of strategy, pressure generally. It's probably one of the most fun racing strategy elements just coming out of that whole race. But going into this race, we're here in Spain. We've got a slight European season now to come off the back of Germany. We've got Spain, and then we've got Silverstone and Italy coming up in the coming races. And technically, this track should suit our cars, but after qualifying, Tom, not so much.
No, well, the gaps were fairly spread out. I mean, you've got P3, I've got P7. You were about half second off the pace, 4/10, and I was a full second. Yeah, I was a full second off. So I seem to be struggling a little bit more than you also around here for some reason, even in the wet conditions which we had in practice. So it promises to be an interesting race. Also, guys, if you haven't missed any of the previous episodes up until this point, I know it's been a long time since the last episode, so there'll be a link down below to the playlist in the description down below, and also the last episode of this series. So I do urge you to go check them out to see how we got to this point. But overall, Cal, I think that's all the chatting away done. I think it's now time to jump into the race.
Yep.
Well, I'm really wonky this time.
Wonky.
Yeah.
Round 7.
And like Sander, away we go.
I've had a shit start. Both me and Raikkonen have had really bad starts.
I've had a really good start. Got past Vettel straight away.
We've got Massa in between us. I'm on the outside. Go around the outside of the Red Bull of Verstappen. I've lost positions.
You've had a shocker.
I've had a really poor start. Hold it around the outside of Verstappen. Massa's going slowly. Oh my god!
Orange end plate.
Oh, that was very close.
Oh, I got big damage. That's contact with Verstappen.
Yeah, I don't know what sort of run Massa got coming out of turn 3, but it wasn't a good one.
It's like Massa sort of started a bit of a what's the word?
A logjam there.
Yeah, just some weird domino effect. But I've got front left end plate damage. I'm going to try and see if I can fight it for now. The team is telling me to come in. I'm going to stay out for a little bit, see how the car feels, but I'm definitely feeling the lack of downforce through the fast corners here. So let's just try and see how this one feels.
Of all the tracks to lose a bit of front wing, this is not the track to be losing it. Way too many high-speed corners, but it was a very competitive qualifying. We didn't mention that. 5 different cars in the top 5. So I think a lot of teams are wanting to go for this win today. We've currently got the Mercedes of Bottas leading the way. Hamilton had a really poor qualifying, down in P13. But we've got the Ferraris for once in the mix as well. We've got Kimi Raikkonen just ahead. I don't think we've had the Ferraris battling us this season so far.
Yep. Alright. I've tried. I probably could have stayed out, but the fact is, Massa's not a guy that we're really racing with. He's not that competitive, so eventually he would have dropped off. I could have kept up with him, but there's no way I'm keeping up with you or the rest of the guys up front, so I just had to put away. Also, the pit crew on my team, the suits are glitching out. I need to fix that on the mod. I keep forgetting because I get a few comments about that. Why do they keep up freaking suits and magically changing? I have to try and sort that one out. But either way, back underway. I'm on the hard tyres, I can confirm. So we're going to go for a very long stint here. Try and get back on sync with strategy because I only want to do one more stop this race. So let's see how it goes. I've got to try and balance these tyres, try and run at a good pace, but also be very smooth, very easy with them, try and keep them alive as long as possible because I've got a long tyre race ahead of me where I'm only doing one more stop in my mind unless I have to really come in for an emergency pit stop. So right now I've got a very long, boring race ahead of me. Okay, so there'll be a few cars in the pit lane, I expect anyway, so I'll make up a few places, just done my personal best again, 25, just in the 25.2s. I've got Carlos Sainz in the pit lane, he's going to be very close. Can I go around the outside? He's on mediums, and I've pulled it off. There we go. Right, so got past Carlos Sainz. We've got a slow-moving Lance Stroll, also mediums. So all the AI are going to mediums, as it is the mandatory tyre. Everyone's switching over to them tyres, but right now things are looking okay. Nothing spectacular. Right, things are looking on the up slightly. I'm a P19, head of a couple of cars. I think a few people might still have to pit, and I can see a Red Bull. Personal best lap of the race, 25.2 again. My lap times aren't incredible, but I'm just very consistent on this tyre. Meanwhile, Van Dorn's been overtaken by Lance Stroll, so those two are going side by side into turns 1 and 2. So could be something in there for me, as Stroll's actually gone and done it and pulled off around the outside of turn 2, so fair play to him. I need to try and get a few of these places back now. I'll start getting a move on these tyres. Am I with DRS? Yeah, I got DRS, sweet. Right, I'm getting somewhere. Got DRS on Van Dorn, even though I'm a little bit far back, obviously. It's just good to know that I'm slowly catching, so.
It seems like Mercedes and Hamilton obviously setting the fastest lap on the mediums as well earlier on. And Mercedes does seem to like the medium tyre.
Bit more switched on that tyre, yeah.
Yeah.
Slight improvement from me, 24.8 into the 24s now. Albeit DRS assisted. None of them have got great pace, so this time I'm much closer to Van Dorn than last lap. He's going to have DRS though, which is slightly annoying. I don't think I'm close enough to have a pop down the inside. He's actually pulling away from me. So I think it's going to have to be the pit straight for me, so let's stick behind him for now. But there could be a move on the horizon here. Maybe a double. That's not a great exit out the final corner, to be honest. Verstappen, so that's the Red Bull who was far behind that I mentioned. Across the line, yet another 24.8. Van Dorn's got DRS on Stroll. I've got DRS on Van Dorn. Alonso's coming out of pit lane. I'm going to get past him. Can I have a dive up the inside of turn 1? Yes, I do. Full on Daniel Ricciardo dive up the inside of Van Dorn. I've pulled it off up into P16. Now I can try and get past Lance Stroll.
Cut back underneath him. I think he's going to have the position. I'm going to stick behind him for now. Let's see what his pace is like. Because I don't want to really lose lots of time. Because if Hamilton's staying out so easy on the one stop, I cannot afford to be losing loads of time to Hamilton. Otherwise, I might be end up P3 this race. Right. Let's see what Bottas' pace is like.
There's a big train forward from P7 down. I've just got past Stroll into turn 1. I had to get down the brakes, so I just didn't really have a straight line speed. Even with DRS, that Williams was too fast. So I'm up into P14 now. And I believe it's a train of cars ranging up until about 7th place. So let's try and get past some of these guys. A Manor is holding everyone up. So we've got a Manor doing bits.
I bet that Manor's trying to do a one stop.
A Manor Mercedes doing bits. And he's still staying out. And obviously because of the straight line speed of that car, it's holding everyone up. Still in the 24s, high 24s, 24.9. So the pace is still very consistent. But I fancy my chances in this all pack of cars. That's the only way I'm going to get past. And it looks like Palmer's just been overtaken by Seb Vettel. So Palmer's also one of the guys in this train. I'm going to get a great run through turn 3. I don't have the straight line speed, but I'm going to be right on the back of these guys. Oh, Perez is very early in the brakes. I'm just going to start up the inside. Side by side with Sergio now through turn 4. He's going to go around the outside of me. I'm going to switch back to the inside. Bit of a Daniel Ricciardo move and also dive it up the inside of Daniel Ricciardo by accident. Ricciardo's going to out-traction me though. That Red Bull's not the best in a straight line, but it's still pretty damn quick. But I'm just going to go up the inside on the brakes off the Honey Badger. And there we go, that's a double overtake. Up to P12. Now we've got Verstappen on soft behind Mr. Jolyon Palmer. DRS down the back straight. Verstappen's probably going to go for the dive on Jolyon. I'm going to sit back and watch this unfold. Wait for my chance to strike. There we go. We're going to cut back underneath Palmer. This is going to be very close. Alright, Palmer's on the grass. Can I go around the outside of him here? He's on medium, so he's obviously trying that one stop as well.
Slips into Bottas.
Oh,
meanwhile,
gone.
The inside into P2. I stuck with Bottas. I set the fastest lap. I've got the pace to still win this race. I was doubting my pace over Bottas, but I've got the pace. Let's see what the gap is to Hamilton. It is 8.9. That gap isn't coming down as quick as I really expected it to, so I need to hurry up.
I'm up into P11 now. Schumacher was the man who was holding everyone up. He's getting overtaken now left, right and centre. I'm going to be the next man to make a move on the young German. That's going to promote me into the points for the first time this race, or well, not really the first time, but the first time since I've had my issue with Verstappen. So Verstappen's also just up the road, so it'd be poetic justice if I can pick him off in an ideal scenario. But here we go, right behind Mick Schumacher. Has some pretty good traction out of there, even though the back end snapped out on me. Just going to take the inside line and make the move comprehensively up the inside of turn 7. And there we go, into the points now. Oh my god. Oh no, I've been taken out. Huge crash. I've lost my front wing.
Again?
Completely this time.
What happened?
I think it was Ricciardo. He was DRSing me down the pit straight and he just pole drove me in a straight line and put me in the wall. I don't think I can help me in this race now as a safety car or something, because right now I am fully screwed. So into the pit lane for the second time this race. Should have only been, you know, maybe a 2 stop, maybe a 1 stop, but It's going to have to be at least a 3-stop this race, because there's no way I'm getting these mediums to the end. The medium is the mandatory tyre, I believe, from what I can gather. So you're going to see the glitch pit crew once again. Onto the medium tyres. A bit of trouble trying to get the left front off. New front wing change. And we'll have another stop for softs later on in the race, even still. So I need a safety car. I'm down to P21. This is going to be painful. Oh, Palmer's getting held up by Kvyat on the pit exit. Kvyat's just come in. I'm going to get right up close and personal with this battle here. Let's try and get up the inside of signs. I just lost too much momentum through there, which is a bit annoying. Let's have it on the brakes. I've got fresh tyres. I've got the confidence. Let's have it. Past Palmer. Now I've got to try and chase down Mr. Kvyat. Let's try and set him up for a move. There we go. Good exit through there. It should be a fairly comprehensive move into the hairpin, I'm going to guess, out of turn 9. So let's wait the moment. DRS will become available right about now. Open up the rear flap. Pull to the inside. Going a bit hot, but I've got the tyres to slow me down. There we go. Move done. Double overtake done. Up into P19. Could it rain? Light rain in 10 minutes.
You mad?
Oh, yes.
Right. Now, let's see who can win this race. I don't know what the gap is to Hamilton though. That's whereabouts to be on the mini-map.
I fancy my chances again now. Big time. Because I ain't got to do another stop for soft, so I'm going to be back on strategy sync with everyone. I fancy my chances. I'm in rich mix now. Time to burn this car up. Oh, yellow flag. Oh my god. He's upside down. That's a huge crash. Jesus Christ. That's massive. The Williams was tumbling over, like rolling over in the distance. Wow, that was a massive crash. Thing's taken out by Hulkenberg. Gee whiz. That's 2 places gained for me. Well, that was that's the biggest crash I've ever seen in this game. Oh, at the hairpin, he went straight down to the end and he was just rolling. Mad scenes. 5 minutes until the light rain.
Wow, this is really going to throw us back in the works.
Okay, that was a bit of a glitch.
Bottas is about a tenth faster than me.
I almost took off there. I had a small little glitch. Luckily, I'm still alive. Right. On the back of Sainz, who's on the back of Schumacher. Let's wait for this moment. Wait for the move. Cut back underneath the apex. Oh, good exit. I've got to pass a pair of them. There we go. A little bit of a corner cut involved, but still up into P11. I'm coming alive in this race. 23.3, and I'm in the DRS of Alonso now, so the pace is picking up. I'm feeling it on these tyres. I like my chances. If nothing goes wrong, I should get points, but the question is how much further can I go? I've had a good exit out of there. I think I'm just going to go for it. Purple first sector. I've gone for the lunge on Alonso. And there we go. Up into the points again. Right. I've caught up to the back of Perez. It should be inevitable that I have DRS on him now down this pitch straight. Whether I get past him, that's another thing. I might have to pull out the old Danny Rick-esque dive into turn 1 because I got to think the straight line speed is going to be an issue. I'm in rich mix, so I should gain a couple of yards on him, but 23.6 across the line. Here we go, DRS enabled. I'm in rich mix, so I'm actually gaining quite a bit on Perez, to be fair. I'm still going to go for the dive on the brakes. Up the inside of turn 1. And there we go, made it work. Up into P9. Verstappen up next. He's nowhere to be seen, so the switch over to Inters is going to be my last hope for any sort of more points this race, I think. Alright, bit of spray for the final chicane. I think I'm just going to risk it. I'm in P9. I don't really care whether I get any points this race. Let's just give it a crack and see what happens.
Bottas is slowing down. Bottas is starting to struggle. I might be able to get P2 even,
I've hit my
even
marks.
if we don't go into the stop.
I've got 2 full laps here on these tyres. Right, this is going to be an interesting couple of laps. I think I've left it a bit late, but I mean it's absolutely pissing down the pitch straight now. So I think I've timed it right. I think it'll be DRS disabled any moment now. So let's see what these tyres feel like, and let's see what I can do these last 2 laps. I'm going to rejoin just behind the man who originally killed me earlier on this race, Mr. Daniel Ricciardo. So this will be a good comparison to see where the tyres are at.
Alright, Bottas and Hamilton don't pit, so neither do I. Oh my god! But a massive snap through final corner. It's a 1.7 second gap, but I lost a huge amount of time there with that oversteer snap. Can I get Bottas on this final lap? I don't think I'm going to be close enough. No, I've caught up quite a bit to Bottas. Look at that. Look how much time I caught up. I've only had the pace earlier on, but wow. How on earth has Hamilton won this race? One-stop strategy is the one to go. You start on the mediums and go to the hards. It is a solid strategy. But I got a podium. I got P3. So I can still be very happy with that. I'm really happy with my pace around a track where typically the AI are normally rapid.
Oh, that was just a disappointing stint, but I just want. Oh, there you go. DRS disabled.
No, on the final corner.
Whatever. Disappointing race. I had too much stuff thrown at me that race, so I just had to try something.
Yeah.
Oh well. What are you gonna do? You have them bad races, and you was due a good result, I guess. So just disappointing. Hamilton still won the race.
I can't believe he actually won that race. That's a mad thing. Absolute mad thing. But I did say that I need to start pulling my weight, and obviously I didn't pull my weight fully because I didn't win, but I outscored Tom dramatically. I'm not sure we'll have a look at the standards in a moment, but that still means that Mercedes have outscored us by quite a bit that race. So we really need to start getting our shit together. And in the drivers' championships as well, Hamilton will still be out front dominating. So if we want to start challenging at the front, both of us have got to start pulling our weight in at this championship. But other than that, Tom, I think we'll just take a look at the Drivers' Constructors' Championship.
So yeah guys, there we have it. That was the Spanish Grand Prix for Coop. And as you can see, looking at the driver standings now, it's a Mercedes 1-2 ahead of a BMW Sauber 1-2. So Cal really getting his act together right now. And me and Cal are definitely doing bits in terms of trying to improve the performance of the BMW, even though I did have a bit of a poor race there. Also, both of the Ferraris still looking dangerous in 5th and 6th. And the Red Bulls, you can never, just factor them out of the equation just yet. But right now, the top 8 are pretty much the top 4 powerhouses in the sport, you could say. And that basically reflects itself in the Constructors' Championship, with Mercedes leading the way up front by quite a substantial margin ahead of Sauber, myself and Callum, and also Ferrari and Red Bull. So that's going to pretty much round off this episode here at Spain today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, even though it was a bit of a poor race for me. If you did enjoy it, leave a big thumbs up on the video. Also sub to Cal in the link down below in the description, and also sub to my channel if you haven't done so already. But also check out these videos on screen if you haven't done so already. But thank you guys ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye.